Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back today with my favorites video. Thank you so much for all the love on my last favorites video, which was a couple of months ago already. Like, we're in a whole new season now. So I curated a new list of 10 things that I've been loving lately that I'm really excited to share with you guys. So let's get right into it. The first item is kind of like a follow-up to my last video, which was my summer fashion haul. And one of the pieces I mentioned was these Hermes Nuba sandals. So I have an update for you guys. Luckily, these are really comfortable. But for those of you that missed that video, it is these new black block heel sandals from Hermes. They have a pretty thick band right here with the Kelly buckle. So with the longer strap, you wrap it around your ankle with the Kelly lock closure. It's a very classic style. Classic almond shaped toe, and because of this block heel, there's a lot of stability when you wear these shoes. And I mentioned that the straps are not actually tight, so they just sit very comfortably on your ankle. And I think one of you asked if the straps actually come off, and as you can see, they are sewn to the shoe. So it's not like those jumping boots where like the straps can actually come off, and they are true to size. I just went half a size up because that's what was like comfortable. But even if I hadn't done that, like, I think they still would have been comfortable. I think this is one of those pieces that you know you'll get like a lot of wear out of, especially because it is black. But I will say this thicker band right here is on the thicker side. So when I first wore them out, I could kind of feel them like here against my skin. I wouldn't say you need to like break these in, so to speak. So make sure this part isn't like too tight, but at the same time, like the heel isn't like anything crazy. So it's not like your feet have like so much to like lean forward, if that makes sense. So there's not like a ton of like pressure going on. It's just a really comfortable, like perfect summer heel. But I noticed that in my pictures, because this band was so thick and because I went with this black one, this part kind of like stood out to me. So there was more like black part like covering my feet. Does that make sense? It was just something that I noticed. And also at the time I bought these, there wasn't any color, like to my knowledge, that came in the shoe, which was kind of like a bummer because as soon as I saw these, a lot of like classic pieces like don't really speak to me. Like they don't do much. When I saw these, I was like, I mean, I think they're good, like they're okay, but I wish it was like in a brighter, lighter color, like a fun color. But as soon as I tried them on, I loved how comfortable they were. And they just, you know, looked good with like any outfit pretty much. So I did buy them. But when I was editing my last video, I Googled these and saw that they have some other colors now. So they have this in gold, which, you know, again, I think is like so classic, but the tricolor that I showed you guys, so it's white here with the same black heel but gold strap, still the same palladium Kelly buckle. Like that speaks to me a lot more than this one does, but I just know I'm gonna wear this like a lot. It's basically a neutrals trifecta, and I feel like this thick part right here wouldn't bother me as much. I mean, I guess like bother is not the right word, but a different word for bother me if it was white. So I wanted to make sure these shoes were actually comfortable before like buying a whole nother pair. But now I feel like they're just gonna keep coming out with like other colors. So maybe I should wait a little, I don't know. But yeah, let's move on to skincare. Okay, moving on to skincare like slash beauty. There's quite a bit of products that I want to share with you guys. The very first one is the newest launch from Agent Nateur. You guys know how much I love this brand. Whoops. I'm actually gonna do like an updated video on all my Agent Nateur favorites. I've done a video on like pretty much like the entire line a couple of years ago, and a lot of you still ask me like if I still use their products, and this brand is still like very much weaved into my daily life, whether it's a supplement, whether it's my like skincare routine. So I'm gonna do like an updated version of that video and give you guys an update because I've been using this brand for like 5 years, I want to say, and this is their newest hair product. It's called Holy Locks, and this, you guys, like truly did not disappoint. It is honestly like the best leave-in treatment that I've ever used on my hair, and that's a very big statement. This is the first product where I could feel a difference. It has a really satisfying like huge pump, as you can see. Comes out like so. That's one pump. They advise you to use like 2 to 5 pumps. I will say it has a pretty strong scent that I think you either love, don't care, or kind of bothers you. But for me, it is strong, but it's not because of like an added like fragrance. I believe it's because of like ylang ylang or some kind of like ingredients in it, and I don't really notice it, so I'm okay with it. And I focus more on like what it does to me. You can see that it's this white cream. It's like starting to like slip off. This literally is the best like moisturizer for your hair. It feels like this nice cream. I already put some on like this morning after I showered, but even when I like reapply, it doesn't weigh your hair down. It doesn't make it greasy like some oils can, because it's not oil. It just looks like you put on like a moisturizer, like a cream. And I naturally have like pretty thick wavy hair, so it's never just like flat and, you know, soft. I'm usually like very heavy-handed with like a lot of products, especially like hair products, because I never felt like anything like made my hair actually soft. So I would put on like even more oil, even more like cream, so it would just get oily and never like clean hair. So this, you guys, has been like a total game changer. I honestly think like this is worth way more than like the actual price tag. I've tried so many hair products that were double, triple the price point of this one, and it still never got like the same result. Like, I am so happy that this exists. Oh, the next one, another lifesaver. This is the Extreme Cream Eye. I thought it'd be called like eye cream, but Extreme Cream Eye from In Beauty Project. You guys, I've heard of their Extreme Cream or something. It's basically their facial moisturizer. I think that's like one of the most popular ones, saying it's like the best moisturizer to put on before you do your makeup. And they have a really good price point. You can find them at Sephora, but I was just never like intrigued enough until recently, because I needed a new eye cream, mainly to wear underneath my makeup. Like, nothing seemed to work or like give me the result that I like truly wanted. So I decided to try this out, and wow, one of the biggest packagings I've ever seen for an eye cream, and it's very heavy too, so I feel like there's quite a bit of product, and it comes out like this. But you guys, something is in this formulation. It's actually amazing. I think under eyes is always like such a tricky area, you know, you never want to like overdo it. It's so easy to look dry and crepey. Like, there are no other words than to say it is perfect. It doesn't feel that light and watery, which I didn't want, because like it just feels like it's not going to do anything, you know? It's just thick enough without being too heavy, because a lot of eye creams tend to like break me out. Can you see? It's just glowy enough to the point where it's not going to slide off any like makeup that you put on. It's just the right balance. So I've been loving this, and I use this like both day and night, even like midday, and especially like before I put on my makeup. And it never pills, it never does anything like weird. It's honestly like such a nice primer almost for your under eyes. It's incredible. So I'm really excited to like try more of their products, especially their moisturizer. Like, now I understand in a way like the hype, like all the love that people have for that cream. And I also got questions on my lash routine, so I wanted to share this with you guys. And it's really this, like a really good like growth serum that actually works, and a nice curler, and then my favorite mascara, which you guys should know by now because I mention it all the time. This is from the Golden Secrets. These kinds of products usually last me like anywhere from like 3 to 4 months like plus. So once you buy one, like it just lasts. This is another like product category that I have a lot of like trial and error in. The amount of like lash serums that I've used and are now allergic to is crazy. So I'm very cautious about like what I put on my eyes, because even the non-toxic ones have caused me like irritation. But this is amazing. I mean, I'm always open to, you know, like finding another like best product, but so far this has been the best. And this is my favorite type of brush as well. It never hurts your, you know, very like tender lash root area. It actually like grows your lashes, not just the length, but also like volume and thickness as well. You just have to put in the work. You just have to be diligent, use it every single night, and over time you'll definitely notice a difference. The next skincare item is in this beautiful, beautiful jar. Pore Blackhead Dissolver from Decorte. It's so funny. I was actually ordering their cream eyeshadows on their website, and you guys know I hate paying for like shipping. So I was browsing through their website trying to figure out like what to add to my cart so I don't have to pay for shipping, and this caught my eye. I have some experience with their skincare. I believe it's a Japanese brand. It's very like soothing, calming. Every bottle is like so beautiful, and like the colors are amazing. So this one also like caught my eye. So you remove the cap and you only need like 2 drops. It just feels like this clear, kind of like this oily but watery at the same time. Do you see this? I never have to like squeeze it because you really don't need like that much. And in my experience, the best way to use this is after a long like hot shower, when your pores are like nice and open, and then you just put like 2 drops of this literally just on your nose, and you start like rolling. Like just massage your like nose or wherever you want to target, and you just keep massaging like this for 2 minutes. I think they tell you like 30 seconds or something. No, just keep going, just keep massaging, but don't be like so hard, you know, and like so rough on your skin. Just very like gently like roll and just massage, and you'll start to feel like kind of gross, but like little bumps that you want to like get rid of. Oh, and do this on like a dry face. When this gets in contact with water, it turns a little bit milky, kind of like a cleansing milk. So use this on like a dry nose and then rinse it off with water. Then you have this like really pleasant like fragrance like left on your face, especially like because it's like your nose, you can kind of like smell it. And now you're left with like the softest nose ever. It's just one of those like very effective without being really like intrusive way to get rid of like all the blackheads. Like when you're done with this, your nose should not be like so red and like irritated. It should just be very gentle, very like peaceful process. My last beauty favorite is this little spatula right here. This was like one of the main things that I learned from the makeup lesson that I received in Korea. Even though it was something that was like very well known, they sell all kinds of like spatula brush or like some kind of like spatula related things. But basically you squeeze out your base makeup like CC cream, BB cream, foundation, whatever, and using a spatula you just apply a very thin layer across your face, and then tap it with like a sponge, and then you do it like 3-4 times basically until you get like the desired base. It does take more time, but taking that extra time and putting in that extra like effort is how you're going to achieve that like really flawless look that will actually last a long time. And it's not only that, but also kind of like pushes in the product like into all your pores, so it really gives you a different result. I noticed the effects especially like on my nose, because you're supposed to like scrape a very thin layer foundation like into all your pores and then use a sponge to like dab everything and like blend. Before I would just, you know, put on foundation and use like a beauty blender to like blend everything, but it wasn't actually like filling up the pores, if that makes sense. Everything was just like on the surface, whereas if you push it in with this one, it's just a more solid and like flawless base makeup. So this one is from Philly Millie. It's a very like popular like Korean brand. I have a lot of their like makeup brushes. They're very affordable. You can get them at like Olive Young. So I will link this one because it's actually dual-ended. This is the main part, and there's an even smaller spatula as you can see. So this is perfect for any like concealing areas, like smaller areas. And I've also used like a plastic spatula before, but you know, for like hygiene purpose, I switched to a metal one, and honestly it just works differently. The plastic isn't like sharp, like not in a bad way, but like sharp and like strong enough to like really push it in, whereas the metal is like thin enough and like strong enough, if that makes sense. The next one is a fitness program that I've been following. It's from Ash Meredith 11, if you want to like check her out. She has a couple different like fitness programs that you can like purchase. Some programs also include like recipes and like a diet plan. So I initially started with the Lean Body Reset Ready for Summer, which was a 4-week program. And then she recently launched the Lean Body Reset AAA, and AAA stands for abs, arms, and butt. So I decided to give that a try. That one is a 6-week program. I am on week 2, and there's a lot of similarities. So within a given week, there's 2 days of workout and then a rest day, and then 2 more days of workout, and then it's like a 15-minute like optional burnout day where she'll give you like options for your arms or your glutes, so you get to like choose, and then it's your rest day, and then it's like a whole nother week. So on the rest days, I would just like walk on the treadmill, listen to like music, and just keep it really simple. But when you do work out, you have to like, you know, push yourself with the weight that's like right for you. She does list out like all the equipment that you need for that day, and there's a lot of like Pilates ball, resistance band, yoga block. You'd be surprised. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but she really showed me how much a yoga block can do. Her like workout moves don't look so crazy, but when you do it, everything's like on fire. And honestly, I think they're really affordable. I've also tried and like seen so many like fitness apps and like programs that are kind of like a monthly charge, you know, like you pay like a monthly fee, but this one, it's just a one-time payment. And it's not like her programs are like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. They're like 50 bucks. Like with some promos, it's like 50 bucks, like 40 bucks, I want to say, like don't quote me. And if you buy one program, you get like a discount to like other programs as well, which is crazy. Okay, now it's like really sunny. But another thing I want to mention, in case you guys are interested, the 4-week program, the Ready for Summer one, within each day of the week, she gives you like 2 options. It's the same workout, but there's like an express version, which is only 30 minutes if that's all you have time for, or if that's like what you're feeling. Or you can do the longer version, like the full version, which is 45 minutes. And there's a lot of like flexibility. She'll just tell you like the exact like weights that she's using, but if that's like too heavy for you, or if that's like too light, you can just like adjust. I personally find all the weights that she uses to be like way too heavy for me, so I just go really light. And when I was first doing that like 4-week program, the Ready for Summer, you know, I was like very motivated. The 45 minutes like flew by, but by the end of that 4-week period, I started to like really look forward to the rest days, even though I felt like amazing after like my workout, you know, feeling accomplished. And I could have chosen that like 30-minute like express workout, but knowing that the actual full workout was the 45-minute one, and it's not like I was in a time crunch, so all I had was like 30 minutes. Like, no, I just simply didn't really want to do it, but because I've come so far, I really did push myself and did all 45 minutes for every single one of them for all 4 weeks. So I'm really proud of that. But the newest program, the AAA one, is all 30 minutes, and it also comes with a diet plan. So it gives you all these recipes, which you don't have to follow, but they are like a really good guide because she doesn't use any like refined sugar. Everything is very like whole food based, and she even said that your results that you're looking for, they mainly come from what you eat. So I'm on week 2 right now. Tomorrow's my rest day. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, wait, no, day 5 is 40 minutes. Okay, so for the most part, the AAA is all like 30 minutes, but there are a couple days, just a couple, in that like 6-week period where it is a 40-minute workout, like 35 to 40 minutes. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, and I'm definitely seeing results. I have a spa that I want to recommend to you guys. It's called AIRE, A-I-R-E, AIRE Ancient Baths. There's 2 locations, I believe, in New York, like Upper East Side and Tribeca. That place was so unique and like so different. So it's all like co-ed. It's all like communal, like thermal baths. There's like floating pools. There's like jacuzzis and steam rooms, like everything. It's not your average spa. First of all, they don't have any kind of lighting. It's all candle lit. So it's just beautiful in there. It's dark, but like in the best way. There were like hundreds, probably like thousands of like small candles like all lit out throughout the entire place. There's multiple floors you can go to. The floating pools were just, it was so therapeutic. You just go there. There's like little like metal bars where you can like rest your feet if you want that like assistance, but you just float there. You're not like swimming, you're not doing anything. Like people are just floating, and it felt so peaceful. like you're one with water. I felt like that was like therapy in and of itself. And then you can also book like treatments, so you can get like massages. You have like a wristband and then it'll buzz when it's time to check in for your treatment. Oh, one thing that was like kind of like funny and like weird was the shoes that they give you. So because they don't want you to like slip, there's like water everywhere on the floor. It's basically like a cloth kind of thing that you put on your feet, but all the water like gets in there, so all the water's like swishing around in your feet in that little thing. It's so weird, but you just kind of like get used to it. It's kind of like gross at first. And I actually went on a rainy day, and wow, like it was so meant to be, because at the top of that floor there is a skylight, and there's just this one room with a really big like pool, and that was the brightest room, right, because of that skylight. And even though it was raining, they still left that entire ceiling open, so there was rain actually falling into the pool, so you could just float there and like feel the rain on your face while being in the pool. Like that was magical. They really know how to create an experience, you guys. Okay, I have 2 more favorites to share with you, and one of them is a new TV show that I've been literally obsessed with, and it is Battlestar Galactica. It is so funny for me to even say this. Dwight's favorite show. I'm actually almost done with it. By the time this video goes up, I probably would have finished it. It is so entertaining. It's been a long time since I found a TV show that I actually wanted to like stay up all night watching. I really cannot remember the last time I felt that way. And this show, like I put a time limit on myself every night, so I don't stay up till like 4 a.m. and just like ruin the entire like week. It's very well written. The character development of each like main character is very good. It has components of like spirituality, politics, drama. Like it's a really good show. But if you're gonna start, make sure to watch this like 2-part mini series. They do a lot of like flashbacks, so you can kind of like fill in the blanks, but I think it's a lot more like helpful to watch that like 2-episode thing before starting the actual series. There were a couple of episodes that kind of felt like filler episodes, like in the middle, where it's like, okay, what are we doing, like where are we going with this? But it was just like a handful of those out of like entire like 4 seasons, so definitely give it a try if you want like a new TV show. Okay, the very last one is actually a quote, but it's kind of like a mini essay. I initially found her Instagram because of this post. It just like, you know, popped up on my feed. And she also has a Substack, so I've been like reading her stuff on Substack, but the post that started it all for me, it's called Why Being Bougie is Actually Spiritual. She basically explores like spirituality with like materialism. So she says that anyone who tells you that being materialistic isn't spiritual is kind of missing the point. The difference, however, is the place in which you operate from when it comes to material items. If you're operating from wholeness, then you are operating from abundance. But if you're operating from lack, then you're using things outside of you to fill a void that it can never fill. From that lens, materialism is the opposite of spirit, and here comes Charlie. It is coming from the ego, the part of you that compares, controls, and seeks validation outside of yourself. Desire in its purest form is spiritual. So the issue was never wanting more. It is wanting more from a place of lack. When you want it back because you believe it will finally make you worthy, that's ego. When you want wealth because you're afraid of being nobody without it, that's fear. When you want wealth because you want to create, to give, to expand your life and others' lives, that's spirit moving through matter. There's nothing inherently unspiritual about luxury. What's unspiritual is abandoning yourself in the pursuit of it. Somewhere along the way, we started equating simplicity with superiority, as if struggle makes you noble, as if having less makes you closer to God. But abundance is not the opposite of spirituality. It is evidence of it. One thing that really resonated was the last part, as if having all these like things, like materialistic things, and all these desires makes us not good, you know, not pure, like all the negative stuff. But it's really like the intention. Is it the approval that I think I'm going to get from certain people? Is it purely the design, the craftsmanship, the quality, and the belief that I want the best for myself? Or am I trying to like make a statement? Am I trying to say something? The pieces that I truly bought just for its beauty because I loved it so much. It didn't matter like what the label was, like what the price was, like what the societal, you know, like meaning was, or like the status of it all. Those are the pieces that I find myself to just reach for over and over again. But at the same time, like I don't want this to be like so serious, you know? Like I still want to have fun with it. I don't need every single purchase to be like so like deep and intentional, but just made me think of like what I actually want. That's why nowadays, like even when I buy a $20 item, you know, I just make sure that I absolutely love it, because there were so many purchases that were made without that like feeling in my heart, and every single time those are the pieces that I ended up selling, never reached for, just never made me feel good when I actually wore them. So yeah, it was something that I really wanted to like share with you guys because it felt like it had substance. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this favorites video. The sun is directly in my face now and has been for some time. So I'm gonna sign off here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.